It's Wednesday. Technically, maybe not. Anyway, it's pull list day, so let's get cracking with our favourite pull list comics. First of all, we have Huck issue number 2. Huck issue number 1 was fantastic, a really good intro to the world of Huck and his weird kind of powers that he may have that we know nothing about. Issue 2, again, we're still kind of amused in terms of what his powers actually are. Introduction to a couple of other characters which start to actually set a kind of a storyline, but again, this comic is more of a general overview. He's still kind of possibly using some of his powers, and also I think people are now starting to realise that something's not quite right with him. An interesting read, but again, not too in-depth, so still kind of setting the scene. Next, we have Descender issue number 8. So it's all going on in Descender. Last issue, you may have remembered that Tim21 was rescued by the resistance group of robots called the Hardwire. This kind of follows on from that, and there was an introduction to one of his long-lost family members, shall we say, which was very exciting. Quite a good comic, this one. Quite a lot going on in various different aspects. I do really like that they're bringing kind of one of the main characters back into the mix, which is really interesting. It just adds another kind of element to the level of detail that's going on in the universe. Good read. Next, we have Wayward issue number 12. Oh, you guys need to stop writing such good Wayward comics, honestly. Every comic, each time, delivers on point, never disappoints. Last issue we saw a character named Sagawa Turu, I think is his name. That's a really bad pronunciation. He was introduced last comic. It's another character that has more interesting powers to bring into the mix and possibly being turned over to the dark side. With that in mind as well, last comic Rory kind of went a bit OTT. She kind of passed out in the majority of this comic. But again, there's lots of fighting and action happening, never boring. There's a lot of kind of subtext going on in terms of the different groups that are battling it out for power. A fantastic comic and another great introductory to a brand new character, which I hope you guys will love. Comic number 4, we have the Autumnlands Tooth and Claw. Issue number 8. The Autumnlands is running a little bit slow for my liking at the moment. Been following Leroy and Dusty wandering kind of through the wilderness for about 4 or 5 comics now. I need some progression in the storyline. We need something actually to happen, so not a great issue for the Autumnlands. Finally, we have 2 comics that I am actually yet to read. We have Tokyo Ghost. For once, actually, I'm going to name this comic correct instead of Tokyo Drift. That's just an awful film. And also we have Valkyrie. This is issue number 3, and that was my attempt at trying to do an Icelandic accent, which didn't go down particularly well. Hoping this picks up a bit because it's pretty confusing and I don't really know what's going on in Eve. What do you think, Bimo? Yeah, I wasn't much of a fan either. This wraps up my pull list for December the 16th, which was yesterday. Forgive me. Social media, like, comment, subscribe if you like what we do. I will see you next Wednesday for the next pull list video. See you later.